Hey guys, I picked up a new tool this last week. It's actually a new Milwaukee screwdriver that just dropped in stores, and I picked this one up at the Home Depot. But it has a couple little new unique features to it that I liked, and I do have a couple ratcheting screwdrivers. It's a ratcheting screwdriver is your go-to screwdriver. For me, not typically, but there are certain instances and times where I do like a ratcheting screwdriver, especially like in go bags or say in your vehicle. It's nice to have something that has a little bit of everything in there. But this item is, and I'll show you here, part number 48222904. It's on here, and it's also located directly on the handle. If I could swing you back around here. There you go, 48222904. And it is new from Milwaukee. It is a 27 in 1. And I'll give you guys just a quick brief look here. I'm not going to name all 27 bits, but you have your fair share, and feel free to take a snapshot, but fair share of hex bits, Torx bits, flat, Phillips, square, and even the quarter-inch drive if you want to use it itself. So all these bits in one. It even says here too that these are power tool ready. So that means they're harder, a little more sturdier than your traditional bit set. But we'll find out. I mean, with time, I haven't had a chance to put these actually in my impact to see how they work. But I mean, all in all, they do. Let me take one out here. Let you guys take a peek at it. They do look fairly nice, right? They do have the stamped identification on the side. Let me get this to focus. There you go, 3/16 and Phillips 2. So they do seem pretty nice. Now these are different than obviously your standard bits, where they are double-sided and they are short in size. I'll also note that as you put it in, right, the fitment is fairly nice, and this uses a ball detent. There's no magnet in there. We take a quick look. It's just a ball detent. It's a compression fitting. You put it in. Um, these are not going to be the same as, say, right here's some standard bits, as these guys. They are going to be ever so slightly longer. So if you're going to attempt to use a standard bit in there, it will fit, but it's going to want to keep going way down inside there. It's going to be very difficult to remove. So I would recommend using their standard bits, or if you want to use impact bits, right, these longer ones, those will work in there as well, right? They fit in, they hold, and they work good. Now this ratcheting feature is nice. Let's look at the play. Between here and there's a little bit of play. Even here in the neck, there's a little bit of play as well. Not the stiffest, for sure. But I will have to say, at least my copy of this, the back drag, it's pretty heavy for being a ratcheting screwdriver. There's less back drag, I would say, in all of these. The snap-on for sure. Even, yeah, even the SATA. Where is not going to be ratcheting. Even this El Cheapo one has less back drag. So maybe I got to work this in, but back drag, note, it is fairly stiff on the back drag. So let's hope it wears in. The handle's all plastic. Here's your functions reverse. This is locked, so it won't go left or right, or loosen or tighten. And then tightening. That back drag is pretty heavy. More than I'd like to have in a screwdriver for sure. Now, yeah, hard plastic. Milwaukee is, yeah, kind of stamped in there. The handle is a nice rubber overmolding. Has a nice pliability. That is nice. And the actual overall dimension is circular, although there are these indentations and these grooves here to give you some grip. So, and it's big enough that you can just kind of muscle it on. So, good screwdriver in that regard. Now, in the back is the business end. As you can see here, 27 in 1. And here's all your bit selection here on this carousel. And it's a nice carousel. It functions good. It goes in and out. It kind of locks as it goes down a little bit. And it pops open. So works good. The bits hold themselves in there fairly nice. It looks like they won't fall out in any sort of easy manner, but overall quality of the bits actually looks really good. And the nice part I like too is this top rotates. So if you get it in the palm of your hand, it's even the lock feature, you could just spin it like so in the palm of your hand. So that is a nice feature. Now on the business end down here, oh, I just showed you, it does come loose. Now this is impact ready, right? So you can lock that in with your chuck, but Milwaukee actually uses a magnet in the bottom. So once again, if you want to take this impact ready screwdriver bit, drop it in there, the magnet holds it in place. And it's a fairly stiff magnet. It's doing a good job holding it in place. Yeah, not bad. And then a nice benefit of that is as well is, let's say you have a, 3/8 drive that ties into the 1/4 inch hex. Put it on. Get the socket of your choice on the end. There you go. Right, if you're in a situation where you don't have an impact, right, and you don't want to use a regular screwdriver, or maybe the bolts are loose enough that you could do this by hand, that's perfect. It actually works out quite well for that. That magnet holds it in there tight. Now, I reviewed a little while ago this Milwaukee. This one is not a ratcheting one, and its part number is 48222910, and this is the 8-in-1. This guy's Carousel. Now, note, these Milwaukee bits, they will fit in the end, but they will go way too deep, and they'll be very difficult to remove. But the part that I like about it is on this end, you could actually switch out this stubby of the Milwaukee, place it in here, and now you've got a screwdriver that actually has pretty normal dimensions. I mean, you go down to being about 7 3/4 inch long versus 9 3/4 inch long. So much longer with this setup. And you could obviously switch this back over to the stubby. So if you want to have a stubby that's got really good reach, you could swap those two. So that is nice. But overall, feel of this, it is made in Taiwan. I do prefer Taiwan-made products versus Chinese or other, Eastern countries. Taiwan does do a really good job, I think, with their quality. And I think it's pretty cool that these actually share a lot in common style-wise and functionality-wise. So if you're into this Milwaukee setup, I think it'd be good to have between the two, this stubby and this long one, for your screwdriver and ratcheting needs. So all in all, pretty good setup. I do not like that back drag though. I'll give it some time. It is cold out here right now, so maybe it's acting up, but that back drag is a killer. So anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Since we're such a small channel, that does help us to grow. I really appreciate it. So anyways, stay tuned.